Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 donkey-themed, healing-centric World of Warcraft stream in all of my zip code. Tonight we are going to jump into some more pre-patch keys on Priest and Druid. We got an updated UI out. I updated the tier list so that people don't see that like month-old video when they do the tier list command anymore, so you can check that out. Nightbot will take your order with that. There's going to be an accompanying video on Monday of my my current thoughts on the best healer in pugs for Dragonflight. What's up, Brent? What's up, Babacon? How you guys doing? Good to see you here. I did, you know what, I swapped my subscription over from 6 month to 12 month so I could get this cool Murloc mount. And I'm not sorry. Coffee Bean, if you're watching this right now, I am sorry, but everybody else I'm not. What's up, Quill? How's it going, dude? We got the mods in chat tonight, so we're you guys better watch your P's and Q's. They'll get you. They're coming for you. All right, I've been playing around with Holy quite a bit last night. Actually, like pushed some a little bit higher keys to get used to the piano that is Holy Priest on Prepatch. Yeah, there's that. Let's make sure that link works. There's that new tier list. Joe, what do you know? Good to see you, dude. All right, let's get into some trouble tonight. I changed my talents around just ever so slightly. Hey, Snore. I decided that it made no sense to take Resonant Words when we already have it through our conduit. So instead we decided to take Desperate Times, which seems like a nice trade-off. Nice little bonus there. And then, what did we change over here? We dropped him. I just wasn't using him at all, so it didn't really make sense to continue to use that. So we just kind of tightened things. We took the mana regen talent. I don't know if this is really necessary. We could maybe put this somewhere else, but it is at least a nice little bridge to get you to Symbol of Hope. So it is what it is. This is what I think will be good, Bubacon. My old one was what I think would be fun. This is what I think will be good. It's just the only caveat is that it's sort of designed for like pug healing. So not necessarily like a competitive tier list is going to look different than that. Here, why don't we talk about it? Let's talk about it real quick. All right, so I think if it was a competitive tier list, it wouldn't really be that different, but disc would be higher. And Shaman would be like on a lower tier all by itself, I think, if it were competitive tier list. And Preservation is the real wild card here, I think. Like, we just don't know. We don't know what we don't know about Preservation yet. I wouldn't be surprised. It would not surprise me if Preservation was like top S tier. And it also wouldn't surprise me if it was the worst healer. Actually, it would surprise me if it was the worst healer. But we got to see how this range thing really pans out when we get into some really hard stuff. I mean, the highest I've taken it on beta is a 15, right? And even though those things are tuned pretty hard, this is your wild card here. I feel good about everything else. Disc Priest, though, I feel like in a pug tier list, Disc Priest falls quite a bit, just because Disc wants to know when the damage is coming out, and in pugs, it's just too unpredictable. So I'm gonna do a video about this tier list on Monday, but I keep seeing people use tier list in chat, and that's like almost month-old video pops up, and it makes me kind of sad because my opinions have definitely changed since I made that. And that's also based on fun, and unfortunately that's not what most people are looking for. Most people are just like, just tell me what's good, link me the video so I can scroll to the end, and then maybe leave a nasty comment if I don't agree with it. That's not unheard of. It's so, tier list videos are so funny. Are there not a lot of priests, Quill? I don't know. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, I've been trying to work on the ambiance in here. Thank you very much. Yeah, Druid is... they're both really good, I think. I feel like there's a lot of priests, too. I don't know. See, that's the thing about, when you're the only healer in a pug group, I don't know what else, I could change it to reds, Joe. Don't worry. It's just like with a red background, you know, it feels like I'm in a sinking submarine or something. I mean, I play Horde too, but like to have a bunch of red lights on feels like there's some kind of an emergency going on in here. We'll mess around with it sometime. All right, let's see what we can. Do we want to just jump face first into the pie tonight? I think we will, because there's a couple of this key in particular. We'll just jump right there. Yeah, I'm generally Horde. My Druid is Alliance right now, but that was a knee-jerk reaction when they made cross-faction groups, and I was like, oh, I want to try it. I feel so left out. So I changed my Tauren Druid to Night Elf. Now I kind of want to go Troll. You're a closet Horde member. That's okay. We still accept you. We got all our stuff. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, a lot of druids among friends. Yeah, that can make it kind of tricky sometimes, because you want to play what they don't. And then they all change and you wish that you had just gone with it from the beginning. I think that's sort of what I've learned over time. Just pick what you want and don't like let everybody else dictate it, because then they end up changing and you're stuck with something you weren't even that interested in to begin with, you know? Alright, we're going lower Karazhan. Captain Poppin', dude, I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? Do you know, I don't think that you were actually here, but remember when we were taking bets on that constantly dying monk? At the end of stream that night, you had won, but you were MIA. And I had an absolutely fabulous prize, but you know, must be present to win, I guess. I'm gonna have to try Shadow out, because Priest is a very likely choice. Just level everything. It sounds like leveling alts is gonna be like not the worst thing in the world. I actually kind of want to try to do a leveling run before, like on beta, before the game actually releases. And I was thinking about streaming it, but I don't know how interested people would be in watching me level. I'm sure it would be a riveting experience. We're fully repaired. $18K as a healer, Will? That's pretty crazy. I haven't seen anything on beta that would suggest that Monk is going to be pumping a whole lot of damage. My Monk on live is too much of a baby to do anything too much fun, and it just doesn't feel worth gearing something out right now. Oh, DPS. Yeah, I knew that the Windwalker had gotten hit pretty hard. So did Shaman. For Mythic plus Bolus, I would say Holy. I don't, after the disc nerfs, I don't know about Raid anymore. But the neat thing is you can just play them both, right? Yeah, that's like, it's kind of funny that the healers that heal through damage are like two of the lowest damage healers. Because it's been so bad, Joe. It's a lot different now than it was. Are we even trying to find other people in this group, or what's going on here? We're not interested in these. Yeah, I guess I can see why. It's really fun. I just can't see myself playing like that in, like, I don't know, mid-20s keys with pugs. It seems scary. Chris, that's sort of why I started healing, because I wanted to find groups easier, to be honest. Because I sort of got my time that I played with my guild sort of got displaced, and I became like a pug only mercenary. And as DPS, that's a tough life, man. That's a cutthroat life as a DPS. As a healer, it's a little bit better. And unfortunately, it's made better still if you're playing like a meta class that people want, which is a sad reality of it. Let's check out who we're working with tonight. We got Boy Phantasma, Azralon, so you know he's good. He does have a good transmog, so. I always forget about this Legion appearance where the gun looks like a robot. And then we got Horish, the tank. Simple but effective. He's got his, like, capri pants on, and that's it. And then we wait. Apparently none of these people are up to snuff. Oh, we gotta reset our member goal. It's a new night. Anything could happen. Let's fix this bad boy. Speaking of which, if this is nightly member goal, if anybody wants to support the stream, you're always welcome to do so by hitting that join button and become a channel member. Get access to UI and cool emotes and portraits, and get to be part of the Donk Knights, which looks great on a job application someday, or a college application for you littles out there. Alright, come on. There's gotta be. What about this guy? Item level 300, 2612. Hopefully a feral druid. That's where we're at. The year is 2022, and we're hoping druids are feral. Do not adjust your timepieces. This is the reality we live in. We're not hoping for boomies anymore. We don't want those. We want feral druids in our group because they're meta. Oh my gosh, Canton! You absolute baller. Oh my goodness, dude. Thank you so much. You are the The Santa Claus of my YouTube channel, my friend. Did someone say Subtrain? I think they did. I did. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate it. All right, we got Captain Poppin' too. That was a good target by the old random sub button. Never wanted boomies. You know, boomies, there we are. Spam those emotes, friends. Here
That'll
it comes.
do, donkey. That'll do.
Oh, sorry. Nightbot. Nightbot feels otherwise. Oh, Nightbot. Why do you have to rain on our parade? I'm gonna ban you. If you didn't if I didn't need you to keep all the porn in check, you would be out of here right now. You would be long gone. Yeah. Once you're a Donk Knight, you're untouchable. I'll have to figure out a way to make the Donk Knights above the law. We doing this, dude, or what's going on here, sir? Sir, why don't you invite some of these people to the group? They can't be that bad. Well, we know what kind of punishment he's looking for. There we go. Nightbot does not allow any sorts of fun. That's his job. He's a fun bouncer. I was having a blast on Holy last night. Started to like get a feel for how to press all these buttons a little bit better. I almost want to go Kyrian. I almost want to go back to Kyrian, so I can just start to ease my way into the idea of not having Fey Guardians anymore. And just blast more DPS. Kyrian's pretty fun. Oh my. Yeah, I need to get back in there and see what. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff with Nightbot that you can do. We'll have to. I did go in. He was really getting on people. If you like capitalized more than one word or more than one letter in a word, he was like, "All right, buddy, chill out." So I did go in and fix that, and I'll have to sit down with it again one of these days. There's so much Dragonflight-ish stuff to do right now. I haven't really gotten into it. There we go. Shadow Priest named Communism. All right, comrade. Oh, he's got the full red getup too. If you're gonna represent it, you know, represent it hard. All right. We got Shadow Priest, we got Demon Hunter. Oh, I'm digging this guy's transmog. It's very, you know, Demon Hunters, they all look the same a lot of the times. Look at those eyebrows, holy cow. Need to do some landscaping up there. I know, those blind people never hear anything. Alright, let's see how this goes. What are we dealing with again this week? Sanguine Grievous. Just in time for us to lose our Shining Force. Sanguine comes around. Sanguine's a coming to town. I'm gonna have to check out Shadow Priest, because I mean, once I pick my main for healer, I'm gonna have to do my homework on the accompanying DPS spec, because I'll definitely be playing it a fair bit. Alright, we got any verse boys in here I can get? Ew, mastery, gross. Haste, yeah, this is gonna be a haste or nothing. Skipping first ghost, Medivh, me and Boy will get frost. You guys work on Inferno, okay. Well, I don't have a kick, so I don't care about any of that. The advantages of not having a kick. The ability to point fingers at others. Right? Isn't that the best part? What do you mean I was supposed to kick? I can't kick. That's your fault. Alright, here we go. Posture check.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I was under the... whatever. I thought we were doing lower. Who cares? Wait. Oh. Somebody pulled it. I thought we weren't pulling it. This is a really bad start, huh? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? The tank doesn't know, guys. The tank doesn't know. Alright, I got... what are we doing here? Somebody ran into the mob that we were told to skip. Fade! There's nothing to fade to. I think we're just gonna eat it. We're off to a really good start tonight. We have to go through this. Alright, redo. Oh boy. I'm trying to die.
Shockwave.
Alright, let's try that again. Let's try it again. Let's run it back. Somebody didn't get the memo that we're skipping the first mob, and the hunter is still alive in there. Are you pulling it? Oh, he has to, because our pots aren't up. Alright. That's alright. We're just like a, we're just handicapping. We're gonna blast this key so hard. Oh. Undead racial that. Oh, our tank just got deleted. That was incredibly bad. This key is just... this is cursed. I don't know, man. I didn't expect to need to apotheosis the first pull in here, but here we are. I don't trust these guys right now.
Shockwave.
Probably would have liked to have that later, but it's cool. We're doing good. I'm doing good. How are you guys doing? Warm-up key's going great. Yeah, this wasn't exactly a warm-up key. It should have been. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know if there's any level of warmed up I would be that would have saved him from that. Instant death is a tough one. I thought warriors were invincible. Maybe that's only on Dragonflight Live. I haven't noticed that as much on Prepatch. On beta, those guys were... I cannot do anything about this bat. Okay, good. Somebody did. Somebody took care of it. Alright. I don't want to be that guy. Right down the center, y'all. Right down the center. Nice. I don't want to be that guy. You know who I'm talking about. Oh, here we go. This could be a little bit nasty. I think we're out of that, yeah. Oh, we got doo-doo all over the ground, you guys. Mind Games makes a very satisfying sound. Hey Booger, how's it going, dude? Well, that tank had zero issues with that bull. That was easy as heck. As my pappy used to say. If I can't heal stupid, then I don't really have a purpose in this game at all. What am I doing here if not that? My pappy and his pappy before him. Imperial Blaze, or Imperial Blaze? It's up so much. Hunter is doing no damage. Well, this, the Shadow Priest is looking pretty good, at least on this. This isn't overall, though. Is BM like the Hunter play right now? That seems to be all I see. BM Hunters.
The menagerie is for
Eradicate. No, we're gonna save PI for phase. Leave me alone, weak aura. I know what I'm doing. Don't tell me how to do my job except what I need you to. Just not right now.
countermeasures deployed.
Four, three, two, one.
Gotta be getting that evoke soon, right? It's getting there. Holding all my fun stuff for that. Here we go. Whoops.
Overload in progress. Prepare for...
Holy fire, holy fire, holy fire. Oh man, PI and Bloodlust. What a god. Wow, that was fun. I don't know why I say that like I haven't done it before, but it was still fun. The mouse circle add-on is it's a weak aura, Irvin. You can look it up on Wago. There's a bunch of them. It helps us blind folk keep our eye on the cursor when there's a lot going on. Oh, here it comes. We have so much single target stuff to dump on people. It's awesome. Let's skip. Okay. Watch the fire.
Who I am. I was tainted from birth.
He was tainted from birth.
Before my conception.
Now we gotta listen to this sob story.
To bear bitter fruit.
I'll just preemptively wait because you know someone's probably gonna need a res here, right? Yep. Who? Oh, Shadow Meld. Good job. Good job. Well done. Me and Boy out there coordinating their kicks. Has there been any mention of the Valor cap? I don't think so. Would be interesting to know. I kind of thought that not having a Valor cap in Season 4 would suck. But, I don't think it was too bad. I was okay with it. So I'll be a lot more optimistic this time around.
Spread.
Burn. Just like that dragon.
Four, three, two, one.
I thought it would be really bad for people like most of us that can't just play non-stop all day. Didn't really matter to me. Alright, we got Flame Wreaths out.
A basic spell.
Just gonna spam these guys more or less. Oh,
Just gets
well that happened.
easier. Burn.
Somebody,
Just like that dragon.
somebody step out of the wreath?
Four.
Had to be, right?
Get used to it. You can kill friends as easily as anyone else.
Flame Wreath, yeah. Somebody moved their feet when they shouldn't have. Whoa. If you're gonna move out of Flame Wreath, you're gonna have a bad time. Oh, we're killing this dude. We have to. I haven't killed this guy in a hot minute. We'll just use our amazing single target damage and down him in no time. Save PI for the boss though. Screw it. This guy's taking a long time to kill. I haven't actually seen somebody mess up Flame Wreath in a long time. I guess I was due.
Watch your feet.
Ow! Not supposed to move in Flame Wreath, you guys.
Hello, champion.
Hello, champions.
Spread.
Alright, let's see if we can not screw it up this time.
Weaker. I grow stronger.
Four, three,
Spread.
two, one.
It burns. Burns.
This is neat, he's doing nothing. Alright, here we go! Don't be an idiot.
Burn. Just like
I'm not just talking to him, I'm also talking to myself. Oops, I actually didn't really want to do that there. Okay, he's dying so fast. No reason not to. I like to save that for the birds,
Two.
but that's not going to happen.
pieces of me.
Now we're gonna have to just heal through the birds, which is for the birds. Okay, so the healing is not as bad as I thought it would be. I guess fortified is not a big deal. Tyrannical, you got a pump in here. Fortified is just a nice, easy breezy.
Burn, just like that dragon.
Oh, that was dumb. I just kind of let that happen. Had my Lightweaver stacks on backwards.
Tread.
Sorry, priests. Letting one of my fellow priests go down like that.
Just like that dragon.
4, 3,
Definitely could have power word lifed too, so that was just a brain fart.
Will be splintered.
Yeah, it's unfortunate how world first stuff trickles down to us normies and makes our life difficult sometimes. All right, Booger, what are you getting? Good luck. Don't let them forget the sauce. Whee! Oh, look, we made it. Oh, dude. That is the literal best thing you could have said to me. I love Popeyes so much.
Shockwave.
I don't want to talk about the healer tier list, but if anybody wants to get into a fried chicken tier list with me, we could do that. We could do that all day.
Shockwave. Shockwave.
Empower.
I'm working on it. Oh, here we go. Boss time. Shoot him with our healing lasers. Is our... Oh, there's our Shadow Priest. He was, like, not present at all.
Four, 3, 2, 1. Help Zerg. Four, 3, 2, 1. Help Zerg.
Power word life. Oh man, I love it. So good.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
This Hunter is like way out in left field here.
4, 3,
If I was an evoker, I'd hate this guy.
help Zerg.
You know what I mean? Blast them, boys.
Four,
powered life again. Yes, this is a pug, Cody. I don't know who these people are. They seem to be doing alright, though. Can't complain.
Empower.
Prime Salad. Welcome to the Donk Knights, dude. Courtesy of our man Canton. A mysterious benefactor. Oh, ouch. That hurt. Oh, I forgot about that whole interaction there.
Donkey!
Ivan, thanks for the sub, my friend. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Anybody else is enjoying the stream and you want to hit that big thumbs up button or throw me a sub so you can know when I'm going live next, it's always appreciated, boys and girls. Holy is feeling good, man. Let's see if this pug can defeat the hardest part of the entire dungeon for a pug. The Invis skip. I don't know. The no pressure part here is that it really only matters if I make it, right? Anybody else makes it, it's just gravy. Oh, we're pulling first, apparently. No, we're not. That wasn't supposed to happen. That's the second time. Alright, are we safe? We're not safe. We might as well just jump off. Because we're dead. Somebody really sucks at Invis in this group. That's still good. I'll make it.
Donkey!
Somebody in this group is not sneaky at all. Vandy, thanks for the sub. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're having a swell night. Alright, I'm going to Invis way down here because actually you got to give yourself a little bit of a buffer. Shh. Everybody shh. Our biggest screw-ups in this dungeon have been on like the most simple and dumb things. Like, all the Invis skips have been 0 out of 10s. Everybody blew it. Thoughts on rolling dwarf? You know, I'm actually not a big believer in race, like, playing races, or like, I don't know, racials. I mean, I don't mythic raid or anything. And I push, like, decently high keys, but not high enough. My biggest thing for race is play something that you're not going to mind looking at for, like, hundreds of hours, you know? I like Dwarf, and the fact they have a good racial is just, like, you know, the cherry on top. But, look, I'm playing Undead, dude. Undead brings you absolutely nothing from a racial perspective. Except for the fact that it allows you to stand in the Dreadlord's sleep and get out of it. So, I think it's a good idea. If I was, like, you know, super try-hard, plus 30 key pusher, I'd totally think about it. Also, Matt, good to see you again, dude. Thanks for checking out the stream again. Man, we can just lay some wood as holy single target. Love it. Like, I feel like the DPS buttons for holy feel like
Target change.
playing a DPS class. It's not like, oh, you have these 2 buttons to press and you just press them over and over. Alright, transmog will get you so far, but I mean, some of the races to me are just unplayable to look at. Like, I might offend some people here, but I don't want to play a gnome or a Volpera because there's no transmog that's going to make those look good in my mind. Sorry. Sorry to my gnomes and Volperas out there.
I've left so many fragments of myself throughout this tower. Medivh? I will open the way. While you battle that fiend, I will sever the tower's
What do we get
connection
from
to
this
Legion
guy?
warriors.
Mastery. Gross.
Suggest
No
be
thanks.
quick about it.
Haste. If it's not verse, it might as well be haste. My very adult SpongeBob coffee mug. I know. I know it's offensive. I shouldn't be using my platform to spread these hate messages like that. And yet I'm still gonna do it. Ah, don't put that voodoo on me. Oh no, I'm getting canceled for this? Oh great. Just what I needed. All my fame and fortune down the drain for one comment on a World of Warcraft stream. Disparaging the short races of Azeroth. Except goblins. Goblins are cool. Goblins can stay. I got no beef with goblins. Goblins are OG Warcraft lore. Goblins can hang out. Holy fire, holy fire, holy fire. Other stuff.
Enough interruptions. The grand design must be realized.
All right. Oh, we're still well in time to take this key down. Behold, the doorway to your doom. We just gotta make sure he dies before the balls kill everyone, because that seems to always be what happens. Nobody seems to handle those ball mechanics all that well. Oop, that guy's down. They're not going out. He's gonna die. Cargo pants. Mecha gnomes are, yeah, slightly better gnomes, I agree. A ring. I don't think we got any points for that, right? No. I thought this was a lower group. I bet I got duped into doing this key, and then I had no good reason not to finish it. Alright. Fun. Pretty good warm-up key. We'll start off with a few priest keys and then we'll go druid. I like playing them back to back. Kind of gives me an idea of which one I'm going to be leaning toward a little bit more. I always feel like just whichever one I'm playing at the moment is my favorite. So I think I'm good with either. Can't find that magic lower Karazhan key that I've been needing. What else is kind of low? I don't know why I care about score anymore. The beta leavers, oh my god. Don't even get me started on those clowns. Who leaves the beta key after like one wipe? You know, I get it, like you might have something you gotta do and wipe like 10 times. But I don't think this is any good for me, but whatever. We got masses to entertain, so we're just gonna jump in here. The beta leavers, that one night it was so bad. They were everywhere. It seemed like what? We did like 8 keys and half of them were people leaving after one wipe. I don't understand. Such a strange thing to do. Alright, oh, did we get invited to this group? A little bit cocky of me to think I'm just going to get invited to one group that I... Okay, this guy's best key is a plus 16. That could be a little bit hairy. Don't need to be associated with plebs. Yeah, go sleep on the lawn with the other single-celled organisms. Beta leavers, that is a good one. Especially if we could make that guild on beta. That would be pretty funny. We are the beta leavers. Yeah, that was ridiculous. We'll do some more beta keys on Saturday. They're definitely fun. Just the difference in haste is so notable. What's our Grimrail looking like? I think it's one of my better ones, so maybe not. 23, be very good. Well, we're not joining that group, obviously. +9, big pumpers only. Those are my favorite. Too bad we can't look at the different group names. What are we doing? 24 Depot? It'd be interesting. I don't know if people, like, the general consensus is that keys are easier right now or harder right now or what. They feel kind of easy. Are we all just like super OP now? But because of the new talents? Because they don't feel like as hard. There's like DPS is definitely higher. I get it, Matt. I get it. But I mean, in a beta, my leash is longer. And like in beta, I'm going to give people an extra chance. Because I'm there to see the content or like play my class, you know? I'm not really there to time the key. Couldn't care less about timing beta keys. Well, DPS is higher, right? Like, these DPS numbers are notably higher than what we had typically seen before. Especially these freaking monks. I feel like the entire shaman class has gone into hiding. I haven't seen any shaman. After that enhancement nerf, they all crawled back in their hidey holes until 11.0, I guess. I doubt it's a dungeon tuning thing. I suspect it's more of a player power thing. Because I mean, we got like, you know, people running duplicates of things like talents and legendaries that overlap and they shouldn't. conduits and talents that overlap and they shouldn't. Of course, obviously. Only GigaChad MDI runs on beta. Oh, here I'm talking smack about shamans, and who comes out to defend their good name? Groot Slang of server Ragnaros, which, as you all know, is renowned for its high quality of both play and player. Where are we going? Grimrail? Old Grimmy D. You don't want to have a grimy D. No grimy D's here. We got a repair. Yep.
I have many lucky doos. You like?
S tier spec, S tier server, S tier person. We'll keep an eye on him. I'm not one of those people that just immediately discounts Ragnaros. I've played with some really good Ragnaros players. Skip to Zol and Lust. Never done that before. Mastery. Haste. That's going to be haste for sure. Yeah. Nobody likes verse, do they? Michael Jordan. Oh, how do you join it? You have to get an invite to it, Michael Jordan. I'm sure someone of your stature would have no problem with that. And if your name is actually Michael Jordan, I'm sorry, because you probably heard that 10 billion times. But if you're the real Michael Jordan, I'm not sorry. But big fan. You have to get an invite for beta. The best thing to do is just go to your launcher and click on the little drop-down box and see if you have Dragonflight beta. I don't know if I even got an email. About my beta invite. I think it just showed up on my launcher one day. But the other option, best closest thing you can do if you don't have beta is just get on live and try out the new talents. That's about all we can do. No, okay, skip. Wait, are we skipping or not? No, when you want it. Wait, are you doing Zol into boss or Zol into ads? Alright, nobody knows what we're doing, so that's typical pug experience here. Let's see where this guy goes. See if we have another Invis Tragis. Nope, we're jumping right in. Okay. I'm for it. I'm happy with that. Lightweaver actually makes it kind of hard to keep your Fey Guardians on the DPS target you want. First world problems for sure, and not something we'll have to worry about much longer. Oops, I'm sorry. Freaking Dreadlord did not appreciate that holy fire one bit.
Shockwave.
He did not like that. Holy fires, here they come.
Shockwave.
As much as I like Druid, guys, I don't know if I can deny the power of the Holy Priests. It is a smelly good spec. Oh. Whoa, okay, this guy pulls with like 0 aggro.
Shockwave.
That's coming right for us. Yeah, my experience on beta was that everything felt pretty good. Like, nothing was like, oh my god, this is, you know, shameful. It was all pretty solid. I think the, you know, the meta is always for like the super high key pushers is gonna come down to damage. And I think that likely means priest or druid or maybe evoker. I'm excited to see what people can do with evoker. But I don't know if I'm going to be one of the people that's lined up to start at day 1. Have my hesitations.
I got this, boss.
Stop casting.
Oh, I'm not casting. Only thing I'm casting is instant cast Holy Fires. Don't you worry. That's how I roll.
Incoming. Stop casting. Stay away from lines.
That power word life was not in the 35% range, so it sucked.
Stop casting.
Too bad. Alright, this goblin's getting decimated.
Stop casting. AOE incoming. Stay away from lines. Stop casting. Stop casting.
I love that Mind Games cast.
Stop casting.
The sound that it makes. I hope they... I'm glad they decided to keep that in the game. There's something very satisfying about it. Doing Devastation, huh, Matt? Devastation has been... Stocks are on the rise, right? Oh my god, I thought we were going in. That guy was... Okay, my bad. I'm stupid. It's one of the times where I get punished for reading chat. But I don't care, I love reading chat.
Interrupt.
This group might yell at me for that, but tough. I just really wanted the haste.
Watch your step.
Yeah, I haven't been like really keeping up with the devastation stuff, but it did. I did keep reading like buff after buff that makes me think something good must be happening. You know, Blizzard's not going to let that thing go live like as trash. I really doubt that. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it too. But I do like big damage because big damage makes my job easier. Big jamage. Okay. This tank does not really get like aggro on things before he just runs off. I've noticed. I've also noticed I just got hit by like a big swirly. Right. I mean, that has generally been true, right? I know Death Knights was 100% true. I don't really remember monks on release being like crazy OP. But they probably were. We gotta get... I really want to get Omni CD back here. I was on their forums and it looks like the guy's just hoping to have it ready by Dragonflight release. What will I main in Dragonflight, Blizzard? Probably Priest or Druid, very likely. With a mild chance of Evoker. Slight chance of Evoker. I hate this part.
Shockwave.
So many frontals.
Watch your feet.
Ah! No! It burns! No! I fool me once, and then fool me again. Look out, dudes. Alright, you psychos. Hold on a second. Where is this guy? Oh, he's standing right next to me, but because there's a small box in the way, I can't heal him. What do you think of the most recent disc changes? Is that something in addition to the atonement duration that just happened the other day? Because I thought the new the nerfs sucked a lot. Particularly for raid, but I don't really know what to make of that, to be honest with you. Definitely not a disc expert. It sounds like I mean, I'm sure people will find ways to exploit it. When did those come about? I've been very busy today. I haven't had a chance to look at Wowhead or anything. I have to read more in depth about it.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Chris M. Thanks, dude. Welcome to the Donk Knights. Oh. Thanks, Canton, for the grifted subs. I guess they're kind of slow rolling them out, huh? Disc is a very funky healer. That's for sure. Oh, it was just today? Yeah, I haven't had a chance to get into it today at all. The changes are so frequent. I just suspect that Blizzard doesn't know what the heck they're doing with Disc.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
What does the discipline community have to say about this? This is gonna be crazy.
Shockwave.
Well, maybe Disc is back on the menu. I didn't think it was bad to begin with. Just Disc is very... feels like Disc has been way more raid focused, which doesn't really concern me as much, so I haven't been following it as closely.
Shockwave.
It actually makes a lot of sense, though, because the reason they always have to keep, you know, Disc damage under control is that if they let the damage get out of control, then the healing will get out of control and they'll just be crazy OP. So the fact that they're going to allow them to do more damage when atonements aren't up makes sense. You know you're going to have some, like, M+ healers living dangerously with that idea. Now, it's just the whole idea of, like, a shield healer, right? It's just very hard to balance. Since, like, if there's a shield on someone, nobody else can heal them, really, right? Until the shield is gone, which is frustrating for people who play other healers. And the removal of Spirit Shell. Oh, they did revert the evangelism change. That's good. I'm glad to see that. Yeah, I know Disc Priests were in a real bad place the last couple days. Right, and I mean, it's because it takes precedent over it, right? So... Alright, it sounds like a pretty good change then. At least on my first instinct, is that it sounds pretty good. I have to get Disc. I haven't even, like, set up Disc on live. I feel like if I wanted to play Disc, I'd have a better shot playing it on beta, because that's all set up. I find Flourish to be pretty satisfying. I don't know. I like watching those bars just, like, pick up super fast. Ah, there it is, the Resto Shaman aura buff. I think we kind of knew that was coming. What was the percentage that they buffed it? 28, yeah, I mean, that checks out, because it was pretty bad.
Phase 2.
So they took all the enhancement shaman damage and they gave it to Resto. That's good. Good for them. That was necessary, though. Resto was lagging way behind. Oh, okay, buddy, get over here.
I've got my sights on you. Let 'em have it, boys.
Acid Rain got a 3% buff, huh? Kind of random. I felt like Acid Rain was sort of underwhelming. Remember when I first saw it, I thought it was going to be like really cool. And then when I actually played it, it was pretty meh.
Let 'em have it, boys. Rapid fire! Give 'em all you got.
Yeah, 25% just across the board. Right to the head. I mean, no one plays Enhanced because they've made it like one of the redheaded stepchild specs.
My sights on you.
Right? Like, they never do anything for Enhance, and anytime they get any hope, they just bury him back in the bottom of the barrel again, where I guess they feel like they belong.
Rapid fire!
Phase 3.
Let's take this down to your level.
Well, shoot, I updated my tier list. Now I'm probably going to have to update it again. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually moves Shaman up a little bit. I don't think it's going to put him like... I don't think it's going to put them up at the top or anything, but it might move them off the absolute bottom. That's what I get for making a new tier list today. I don't care, they're still fun.
Watch your feet.
I'm sorry, I'm in the Thunder Zone. The one guy who still plays Enhance says the rotation's pretty fun. Who does he say it to? Himself in the mirror? Look at that freaking power word life, man. Does so much. Mid A. I don't think Resto Shaman's S tier because of that. But it's going to be, I think a lot of things are going to be all kind of clumped up together, which is usually how it goes.
Shockwave.
I mean, that's how it should be, right? Most things are balanced. That would be ideal. Imagine that. My impression of Resto and M Plus was that it had just like a million cooldowns. And they were all, I don't know, they're all pretty good, I guess, but the basic healing rotation didn't feel like it did very much anymore. And it became a very like cooldown reliant class. And then also yeah, the DPS rotation, which I mean the aura buff won't change the fact that the DPS rotation is like very dull. There's not very much going on there.
Watch your feet.
Yeah, but everybody's got it. Well, not everybody. Most people have interrupts now, says the priest.
Watch your feet.
Tell you what, that 28% damage increase isn't going to put him anywhere close to Evoker on AoE. I bet their single target's pretty respectable now, though. I hope it's balanced. That'd be awesome. Oh. I would love for a very balanced season. I mean, we all know though something's gonna rise to the top. Like that's just how it
Watch your
works.
step. Breath incoming. Shockwave. Breath incoming. Shockwave. Breath incoming. Shockwave.
Gotta watch those aura buffs, though. I mean, I feel like aura buffs had a lot to do with the Holy Priest rise. They just kept getting aura buff after aura buff because Blizz didn't know what else to do with them. And then we got this freaking monster here in Season 4. The tier set, too. Had a lot to do with that.
Shockwave.
Alright, we're starting to get some people out of our range here. Another small nerf to Holy? Alright, I'm gonna have to look at these patch notes, because... Or is this the same... Oh, Flash Heal 5%, yeah. These baby Holy nerfs are not really anything to be concerned about. The amount of healing Holy does is just freaking nuts. Like, if Flash Heal did 5% less healing in this dungeon, that would not have made DPS minus 14%. Oh, for real? Alright, that's actually a thing. That's a thing. Oh man, have a chicken tendy for me, booger. Yeah, DPS for Holy is pretty, especially single target, is pretty sick. Yeah, I don't know, Ajax. I'm still kind of trying to understand what that meant. Like, they said healing would be unaffected, so I guess we just gotta kind of take their word for that. I don't really know what to make of it until I see it. I think we actually got points for this dungeon. mean, I would imagine that the heals are gonna, like, I think if it's being interpreted as 40% healing nerf across the board, that's not how it's gonna go. It's not gonna go like that. There's no way. I mean, if you saw how healing was in beta, and you said, okay, all the healing gets nerfs 40%, like we're not gonna be timing like +8s until we're in full mythic gear. Intended to nerf all the healers, really? I'm Night Fae, Harrison. Not for like any particular reason, except that that's what I was before Prepatch came out. I don't know. We're gonna have to see it. I have a really hard time believing it's gonna be a 40% nerf to heals, because, like I said, if you healed in beta and you felt like, oh wow, healing is so strong, we need to nerf this by 40%. All the healers were having too easy of a time. That was not my experience on beta at all. That's That's really interesting. We're gonna have to see how it actually works out. Because my experience was not like, oh my god, this is so easy to heal. Was that anybody else heal beta that felt that way? I mean, I was also healing like hugs. I mean, my actual feeling was that a lot of, like, some of the bosses felt overtuned. I would say it's probably nothing to be... It sounds like the number 40% sounds massive. I'd be willing to bet it's not going to be as bad as it sounds. Even after I figured out the keys, like, it was still a reasonable amount of... I mean, I would say it was, to me, healing on beta was harder than healing in Season 4. That was my experience. Obviously, there's a lot of factors, like brand new dungeons. You don't know, like, when you're doing those, 10s and 15s on beta, you don't know who you're playing with. Like, it could be someone that's like crazy, high IO player. It could be someone who's barely does keys at all. Ilya, I'm not sure yet. I have been leaning priest and druid, but we'll see. It's kind of hard to say with all these tuning changes coming in by the day. Frumpy, thanks for the sub. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, the lack of interrupts in the beta keys is definitely, like, pretty rough. That's for sure. There's a lot of spells in there that, like, must be interrupted. I guess there always is, but we're just used to people kicking them. If healing becomes the M+ choke point, we're going to be bringing only the tankiest tank and DPS specs. Well, I mean, for all the people who have been saying, like, we're tired of healing damage being the #1 priority for M+, well, that would change it, right? Now we'd need a healer that can actually heal. That's right, Booger. I just don't think that... I know it's reading like, oh, it's a 40% nerf to healing. I suspect, for whatever reason, it's not going to work out that way. Healers did not need a 40% nerf. Yeah, it is a shame that they balance everything around raid, because, like, I know myself, and I know a lot of you guys who watch this, I don't really give a crap about raid, so I like Druid a lot, Ilya. I think Druid's super fun. Nothing's off the table for me, though. I definitely have my preferences. I know, John. I'm just saying, like, that is the way people are interpreting it, I think, and I don't think that's the case. Yeah, M plus is way more fun than raid. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. We can keep working on some of these ports. Gotta catch them all on this tune. Because I'm telling you, if those M plus dungeons were like 40% higher to heal, harder to heal, that would suck pretty bad. Junkyard. We should do a junkyard. What do I need at a 20 still? Gambit and both Karas and junkyard. Alex, hey, I'm glad you made it to an early stream. Happy to have you here. Yeah, we'll see how it pans out. Five tank meta. Here it comes. 5 blood DKs. Nobody's dying. Are we in queue or? I don't even know what dungeon I ended up getting invited to. Lower. Hey Monk Dark, how you doing? Good to see you again. Yeah, there's a lot of M plus only players. I think there's actually a ton, or at least like, you know, people that they kind of raid to M plus and not the other way around. Or I think like when M plus first came out, everybody was like, well, we can do this to get gear for raid. But now I think a lot of people have swapped it around and they're like, no, we can raid just to grab those 1 or 2 items that we can't get from M plus, and then it's the shoe is on the other foot now. That's how I am anyway. Get that trinket you need, or you know, get that weapon you need, and then that's pretty much it. I like to see the raids. I like to see the raids for the like the lore aspect of it, and you know, kind of helps you keep abreast of what's happening on in the lore of the expansion. But what item level do you have to be for plus 20? I'd say in the 290s, probably. Thanks, Harry Braun. Hey, Barbaric Ogre. Good to see you again, dude. It's going well. It's going well. Just doing some keys and talking some game changes with everybody. And I have to make sure I check Wowhead before I start the stream up in the future, so I'm not learning about this stuff on the fly. Another Shami. Well, I think for me, it's not that I don't enjoy raiding. I mean, I do enjoy it less than M+, but it's just an availability thing. Like, I appreciate the fact that I can play for an hour in M+ and, you know, get some stuff done. Whereas with raid, that's like, you know, 3 uninterrupted hours, which can be harder to come by in life sometimes. Kamaker, good to see you again, dude. Thanks for coming back. Oh, did I get my verse? No. Oh man, you just missed it, Barbaric. That's all we've been talking about. All kinds of changes. Yeah, I mythic rated too, and quitting that was very freeing on my time. I have absolutely no part of me misses mythic rating. And anytime I get like asked to do it, or if I want to do it again, the answer is just hard no. Absolute hard no. Not worth it. And then the funny thing is when I have a tune that raids and I start an alt, and somehow the alt ends up just getting to be like the, you know, the luckiest tune alive with the vault, and they end up like catching or even passing like this guy. This druid is now like 1 item level behind my priest. Seems to always work out that way. The second character is luckier than the first.
I think it wise to divide our efforts. I'll work to
Yeah, I mean, we already, even before the change, you had to think about mana and Dragonflight way more, because the affix didn't give you any.
But be on your guard. I sense a presence I've not.
Mana is going to be a thing again. I'm still just not down with the idea that healers were having an easy time. Alright, we have to get back. We have to get into Druid mode like right away. After playing Priest for a couple hours. Oh, there, we lost that guy. Nothing doing there. How do I like Resto Shaman? I haven't really played it a whole lot in pre-patch, but I played it on beta, and I thought it was so-so. I wasn't blown away by it. Druid mode, it's just healing as a druid instead of healing as a priest. I don't know, swapping from one to another can be, I don't know, not always instant for me. Maybe we just suck, maybe. Could be. I'm not saying I'm the best player in the world, but if the general consensus was, wow, this is too easy, it's just, that's definitely not my experience with it. And that's not a sentiment I had really heard anywhere either. Letting Sanguine do a lot of work here. Look at that Sanguine healing. It's kicking my butt. I think it would make people kind of sad if they like found that they like people who previously could do 20s suddenly couldn't do them anymore. That'd be kind of lame, you know? It's like, oh, in Shadowlands I could do plus 25s, but now I can only do 18s. That wouldn't feel very fun.
Watch your feet.
Best healer in M+. I like Holy Priest and Resto Druid personally. This monk is very sturdy. We had a prot warrior in here last night that was having a rough time with this exact same pull. I think the key was a little bit higher, but alright, I'm gonna boundless once we get to the opera RP. I'm gonna read this. We just needed some someone to talk some math sense into us, you guys. I still think it's weird, but I can get behind something like that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We proudly welcome you to this evening's feature presentation. Tonight, a tale.
Yeah, when you look at it like that, it's a lot less scary, isn't it?
One which will prove once and for all if beauty is more than
Huh. My experience in beta was that Prot Warrior was ridiculously sturdy.
to love the surly brute, or with
Where's
a
this hunter
ghastly
at?
curse, claim the lives of the prince and his servants.
You might want to...
See for yourself whether the rose of passion blooms beneath a beastly veneer.
I found Prot Warrior to be crazy sturdy. Maybe that's just because we had the Legend of Booger tanking for us on it a lot. Our hunter's not here. So, just a fun fact about this group.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Uh-oh.
Never.
That's bad.
We dine with gentlemen, not a brute like you.
I don't want to be in here. I'm just gonna tree because I'm having a moment of panic here.
To break the curse.
Probably gonna wish I hadn't done that, but that's fine. We're still working on getting back into Druid mode, not gonna lie. Takes a minute for my brain to switch specs. My game can switch specs pretty quickly, but my brain cannot.
Hope I don't spoil your appetite, dearies.
We're not clearing the fire very well, huh?
Hope I don't spoil your appetite, dearies.
Thank goodness for Fortified, what can I say?
If you didn't yell all the time, I wouldn't run away.
I don't always yell. Why you always say that?
Oh, there you go again.
Fine. Hey, you like books?
Ooh, I love
Aqua Relief. Thanks for joining the Donk Knights, my friend. Welcome. Oh, Dorky knows what he's talking about. That's a good person to listen to.
Yes, I'm sleeping in the cupboard.
Quickly now, get rid of them.
Yeah, you just gotta remember where people like that are coming from. They're coming from a place of very high level play where they don't care as much about, like, everything is about damage. But for most people, it really shouldn't be. Most people should be way more concerned about keeping themselves alive, like I'm not doing right here. We got him. See what I mean? Tanky tanks are not a bad thing. It's getting a little crazy in there.
Quickly now, get rid of them.
Get 'em, boys.
It seems
I'm imagining that we are dying.
No! Our dinner's together. Those hours in the library. Oh, Brute. I love
Yeah.
you.
It's too late.
Not that
Who
bad.
are you?
Not that bad.
Bella. It's me.
It is you.
It's just the number 40%,
Off to
I think,
our
scares
happily
people
ever after.
at first. Understandably so. Yeah, Ruby Life Pools is not easy to heal. Ruby Life Pools is the opposite of that. Where'd our shaman go? Why is he dead? Hey, Quinn, I appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'll try to remember that the next time I'm going to rage about something.
The master hasn't been himself for quite some time. Perhaps a feast will brighten his spirit.
Oh crap, he jumped down. Whoops. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're Booger, you can solo all the bosses, but for us mere mortals... I'm trying to get out of there. I'm glad that, I appreciate the compliment of chill that I get quite a bit. There must be some real, like, raging healers out there, huh? I have to check one of those guys out. I gotta get some more edge to me.
You are a fortunate individual. Of course, I'll need a sample of your brain tissue.
No, I can't move. The statue's in the way. Okay. See,
Shockwave.
there's some rage for you. My rage game sucks. Oh. Get mad at who? All these bots I'm playing with? That's all they are, guys.
Shockwave.
You can get as mad as you want, it's not going to change anything. Well, thank you, Quinn. I appreciate it. Let's see. Are we doing no less Moros? Healing keys and reading math at the same time is it's a skill I haven't really developed yet.
May we see your invitation?
We were doing a key in here the other night, and this was where it. Oh my lord! 2 people just got absolutely blasted. That's. Do we have a B-res for him? Okay, this might be a little rough. 5 minutes before the next one. I don't particularly like the idea of 4-manning this guy. But we'll try it. Whoa! Also, if you're gonna blame everybody else for everything, you always run the risk of screwing up yourself, right? And then you feel really stupid. And that's what we call karma, ladies and gentlemen.
I insist you dress
Oh,
for dinner.
okay, yep. See what I mean?
The gods really
I just wanted to reset it.
keeping out the ruffians.
That's all. I did that on purpose. I don't think they're done with M. I don't think they're done with M+ tuning at all. Yeah, we'll definitely do Mythic Plus keys on beta on Saturday, and we can check this out for ourselves. We will be the judge of this, and then we can, as a chat, write a strongly worded letter to Blizz on how we feel about it. Okay, let's not die this time, says the tank. Alright, I'm in. I'm in with that idea. Well, the first, like, conal that went out just domed 2 people, and that was sort of the end of it. Sanguine Depth pre-nerfs. Oh, yeah, that was rough. That was not fun. I like how Moros always has to pick on the healer first. He's the one. He's the guy that was like, healing's too easy. We need to make it harder. Freaking Moros. I'll give you a jacket.
I insist you dress for dinner.
Oh, we're lusting. We're lusting. It's on now. Get some tree action going here. Spamming.
I insist you dress for dinner.
Get some flourish action going. Oh, we're standing in bad right now. There we go. No, we're not. I'm kidding. That was somebody else. The ads are loose. The caboose is loose.
Stop troubling the master's guests.
Pop a trank out here. He just stunned us, so we shouldn't get stunned out of it.
May I take your jacket?
Oh, darn it. That's no good. We don't have a B-res unless we got an engineer. Yeah, Knockhead is was a tough cookie to crack. Alright, guys. As a tank, I love seeing people struggle with doing stuff. There's definitely those bosses as a tank that you just don't have much to do. Like, one that comes to mind is Koltharok in Theater of Pain, where you just are sitting there as a tank the whole time, just kind of with your finger in your nose while everybody's like struggling to survive through the debuffs and stuff, and you're just kind of like, all right, looks rough. All right, we're gonna make this. That's good.
I feel that I am currently indisposed.
Get a res from this guy and get everybody up, and I think we're still got a shot at this. Yeah, and then tanks get to do fun stuff where they're like, the positioning of the boss is the entirety of the fight. Whenever I tank, those were the ones that stressed me out. The bosses that was all about tank positioning. Because those DPS have absolutely no patience for for not doing it 100% right. Those are the ones that freaked me out, because it would be so obvious if I made a mistake. Even though some of them were easy, didn't matter. Okay, we have lots of things going on here.
Shockwave.
I'm not crazy about getting stuck on these freaking Easter hams on this table.
Shockwave.
Did he mean to pull all this stuff? A lot of stuff. I'm not running Innervate, are we? Nope, we're not. Alright, I think we're just gonna run it back.
Shockwave.
That a full wipe? Yeah, that was a bit of an overpull, I'd say. I think we're starting to get into the realm of this key not being timed. We're only at... That's the thing about this place, man. We're at 29% trash right now. Trash count in here is just so insane. So much murder needs to happen to get a 100% trash count. These party guests are worth like nothing. Oh, he's over here. I didn't know he was over here. Hopefully we can help him before it's too late. Yeah, this dungeon is definitely one of the tougher ones. Probably the tougher one, right? It got nerfed so many times too when they first came out with it.
Watch your feet.
Yeah, I am surprised more people don't pull that stuff boundless. I think a lot of people in these pug groups, they just don't know about it. Nope, we got a Dreadlord hanging out with us back here.
Shockwave.
Can't see it.
Run out. Shockwave.
I want to be back here with this guy. This guy gets it. He's like, I don't want to be anywhere near this mosh pit. I totally agree with him on that.
Run out.
Yeah, I mean, having to come up with a route is like, you know, an extra responsibility nobody else has to do. They're super easy to criticize, but you know, until you actually do it yourself, you really shouldn't. I mean, unless it's just like completely boneheaded. And most of these keys are timeable. As long as you play clean, like the route shouldn't make or break you that badly. Unless you're doing like a super high one. A tale as old as time. But we'll see how this Adaman goes.
Watch your feet.
Well, I feel personally attacked, Boundless. Great. Oh, well then that might have helped change it a little bit. Let's see. We can probably hoof it back real quick. I try to make all of my YouTube content geared toward pug players because I would not pretend to be someone who does like plus 30 keys. So that's my lot in life. Because I do feel like I pug enough and pug at a decent enough level that I can speak on that. And that's why pretty much everything I post has some kind of pug spin on it. And I think there's enough people that can relate to that it works okay. These horses are pissed off. Yeah, and I totally get like why you would want to hear, even if plus 30 advice doesn't necessarily pertain to you. I mean, I watch that stuff. I eat it up. I love listening to people like that. But I just try to make it like a little bit more digestible for people, because I see people come into the stream and they're like, hey, I do plus 10s which healer does the most damage? And that's like, you're asking the wrong question. Where's my... We can't reach him. Mark of the Wild is a crutch. That's right. Who needs it? Totally used to having that spell back. It's only been however many years.
Shockwave.
We're doing a no Mark of the Wild challenge tonight. I just forgot to tell you guys about it. That's all.
Watch your feet. Run out.
So obviously it's going well.
Ah, faithful midnight. For many years, our countless hunts provided game for the
10
most
minutes is going to be cutting it real close here.
these days. Well, another group of thieves trying to steal my horse.
Oh, you'll see that I can't read chat and run a +20 either. I just pretend to sometimes.
Charging.
Face my quarry toe to toe.
Charging. Move. 4, 3,
Get out of there.
1. Charging. Move. Stack.
I've definitely bid me. Oh, or there down goes a monk. All right, get him up, boys.
We ride midnight to victory.
Watch your step.
Here come the horsies from every direction.
Watch your step.
I
Watch
see
your
you.
step.
This is such a goofball mechanic. Like, these things just come from freaking anywhere. You and PI with bugs.
Charging. Move.
Alright, we're gonna Iron Bark him on the next one because he did not survive that.
1. Stack. Charging. Move.
There you go, sir. Enjoy your bark. Holy cow, yeah, we gotta... This guy might need some help on that. I'm not gonna have Iron Bark again. Nor will we have a B-Res. I'm pretty accustomed to tanks being able to solo that. Usually if you try to go in and help your tank with that, you just end up dead and they're laughing at you.
Charging. Move.
There's no amount of hots that can save you from instant death, but he's dead anyway, so you don't have to worry about it.
Stop casting.
Alright. Clean. What tank? Man, I don't know anymore, Craig. It used to be Demon Hunter. Like, all through Shadowhands, it was Demon Hunter that made me, like, sweat. Personal experience is that, like, Paladins maybe feel a little bit squishy. But I don't think I've played with enough of them that I want to make, like, that generalization yet. All the tanks feel pretty beefy to me, really. Pull more, he says. So he's like, the whole room, then. Like, this monk feels... Aside from the fact that he got walloped pretty hard by that one particular mechanic, he's been fine. Well... Demon Hunter throughout Shadowlands was by far my least favorite tank to heal. Those guys were spiky in a really bad way. Not spiky like Death Knights, spiky like their health went down but didn't always come back up. I think we just got used to the fact that Death Knights were just simply not gonna die, you know? See, this is why I say don't worry about healer damage too much, because you're just gonna end up having to heal your monkey teammates anyway. Oh yeah? I played some Pally Tank, it was pretty fun. I tanked a lot in Season 2, for whatever reason. I played Druid and Paladin. I like Pally Tank felt like a cannon. That was fun. Why is my cat form spell so loud? Oh my god. It burst my eardrums. Those paladin interrupts were pretty nice. Yeah, at this point I'm not even really concerned about score anymore. I mean, it's better to get score than not, right? Like from a fun perspective, it's fun to watch your score go up. But just trying to get my druid and priest feet under me. Is there sanguine under this carpet? Who sweep the sanguine under the carpet? These carpets are a menace. You need to take the sanguine out to the trash. Don't just sweep it under the carpet. I do feel like it's a little bit harder to keep people alive on Druid than Priest, but... I mean, we know that Holy Priest is broken in Shadowlands, so... I don't know if that's necessarily like a definitive statement there.
Watch your feet.
Oh, it's under the carpet again.
Watch your feet.
We're not going to time this, are we? Unless, well, if we just blow up this boss, maybe? Oh, no, we're not going to have enough percentage. That's a bummer. Well, there was a... Apparently there was a nerf today, Ajax, and I don't know anymore. 14%, so I wouldn't be surprised if it still was.
Shockwave. Shockwave.
Nope, that's a shockwave. Oh man, we crushed our nightly member goal. How is our goal not actually filled? Oh. Canton alone came in and just crushed it with his massive generosity as usual. We actually got to try to do some damage here. We'll do a big Nature's Vigil after the mechanic. He again? Placement sucks. Who will notice it the least? That's a good question. Alright, Nature's Vigil time. Oh wait, I don't have Nature's Vigil. This would be Nature's Vigil time though, just so you guys know. We already didn't time it, bummer. What a bunch of losers. Resto's fun, man. I dig Resto. The more they nerf Holy, the more likely I am to play it. We're not even at 100% trash. You can tell I've been paying a ton of attention to what's going on in here. Let's go, folks. These rooms get pretty hairy. Sometimes you pull these rooms when you're like, well, we just need the percentage. And then you sort of wish that you didn't. It's been my experience in these side rooms. Side rooms are not for the faint of heart. Yeah, I'm not sure what we missed here. We didn't pull. Oh, I'm charmed. I'm not charmed. We didn't pull much of the big center room, though. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. These rooms suck. I don't know if I can. Yeah. Oh, bummer. Yeah, we didn't pull the room in the middle really, hardly at all. Come on, y'all. Let's finish it up. The healing nerf was pretty small for Holy Priest. It's like 5%. And Holy Priest spells slap so hard, like, I mean, from a healing perspective. I don't think that makes that big of a difference. I imagine that a hot healer might notice it less, but I don't know. That's just talking out of my butt. Pull some stuff, dude. Power Word Life is crazy. When you hit that at the correct health percentage, like under that 35%, holy moly. Not only does it just basically top people off, but then it goes on a 10-second cooldown. Like, that is a silly thing. You have, like, you know, between that and Guardian Spirit, anytime I let someone die on Holy, I feel really bad about it. So I'm like, how did I let this happen? I have so many things I could have done to prevent it. Yeah, these are the mobs I was thinking. We could have pulled and been, I mean, we weren't going to time it either way. The wipe on Moreau's, and then I think we full wiped on Trash like twice in here. Power Word Life is it's a capstone in the class tree, and if you're under 35% health, it heals you. It's instant cast, heals you for a ton, and as long as you hit it in under 35% health, it goes on a 10-second cooldown. It's like a freaking lay on hands practically. That might be overstating it a bit, but it's very good. Uh-oh. We done got knocked back into other stuff. We done did it. Oh, I actually got 4 points for that. Doesn't matter though. I'm trying to get ports on my alt here, and didn't happen that time. You win some, you lose some. Dude, chat's on fire tonight. Love it. Well, good try. Good try, GG. See ya. Yeah, I'm running. Why? So somehow my in-cap roar got unbound. That was fun. Right. It's nice for disc too, because disc doesn't have stuff like that. My impression of Mistweaver is that they're kind of middle of the pack, Zashmir. Alright, let's do another one. I also want to just throw it out there, as I sometimes like to do. If you're enjoying the stream and you want to help me out, you can hit that thumbs up button or subscribe, or if you're really enjoying it and you want to support it, check out the join button for a channel membership. It's always greatly appreciated. We crushed our goal tonight, even though somehow it's not showing up on our little... Let's freaking change this thing manually if it's not going to do it itself. What did we get? Something like, I don't know. End goal. There, done. Now it's not. It's sitting here insulting me. We had something like, we can restart it. Nightly sub goal. Our goal was 2, our actual was like 6, so that was awesome. 11. I don't know why it decided to just not update anymore. Ah, who knows? It's broken. It's broken. Rip Mistweaver, always instant vivify. Yeah. Oh, you were one of the good ones. Darn it. Need both Karas, Mechagon, Gambit. I don't know why I care about getting these ports at this point. On an alt, no less. Yeah, Booger. One of my best buds in the game is an enhanced shaman, like, enthusiast. And he was beside himself. He was... I know they needed it, but, you know, enhanced just... Man, they can't get a break. That's just a perma dumpster spec. It's really too bad. 25% across the board. Like, that's like the most low effort nerf ever. Zero effort was put into that one. That was an intern that's in charge of enhancement shaman. That was trying to, like, get home early on a Friday. Yeah, well, it was glaringly obvious on beta that enhancement was broken. Enhancement was almost like Boomkin broken. Not quite, but close. My item level on this tune is 299. Alright, negative, your math checks out, so that's why they just decided to do 25%. They're like, well, if you could do top DPS with 75% uptime, and we nerf you by 25%, then do 100% uptime, and we'll still be on top, right? Did I do it? Did I math it? Probably not. Yeah, this character got like a huge vault this week. I finally got a weapon, so I just dumped everything else, all my valor into all my other gear, and all of a sudden he was geared as my main almost. Yeah, it was pretty obvious that Enhance needed some touching up. Oh yeah, you can't let Prepatch, like, Prepatch shenanigans overly affect your opinion of stuff. There's a lot of weird things overlapping right now. There's a lot of strange interactions that don't make sense. Yeah, Craig, my priest is my main at the moment, or it was for Shadowlands. Now I'm sort of testing the waters a bit. But yeah, I mained priest for season 4. I would usually play my druid as my like warm up key. Apparently my dogs decided to dig a hole in the house. Sounds like fun. I don't know if I should continue with Protector, but I guess we're kind of locked in now.
2, 1.
All right. Here we go. Are we pulling this? We are pulling this. Well, it's already better than that last upper group we were in. And that one timed.
Shockwave.
How different does it feel to compared to Shadowlands Season 4 Holy? Not all that different. It feels better because Lightweaver is just so much better than Flash Concentration, Ajax. It is a little fresh because of the, like, a lot of the damage spells that you got. You know, you got Mind Games, you've got Imperial Blaze, so you get all your Holy Fire stuff. you've actually got a use for Holy Nova. I'm happy with, like, it feels like a kind of souped up Season 4 Priest, which is, I think, pretty much what you would want. But the playstyle is still generally the same. You're doing your holy words and weaving in your heals and such. I'm digging it. It's fun. Why don't you want to play during Prepatch, Booger? Oh no, this guy just totally died. Did he get eaten by a bat? That's the only explanation. It's so sad. Yeah, I like Prepatch too. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I get you there. That's why I'm like stuck with Priest and Druid only right now, because that's all I have geared really. Alright, that guy like either fell or jumped off, so he's gonna be on his own for a while. What's going on here? Beta's fun, dude. It's too bad that you I can't do anything about the bat. Yeah, there we go. Too bad they only have M+ on weekends. I'd probably be playing it all the time. I'm definitely going to be playing Evoker when it comes out on Prepatch. How dare you life grip me. I knew what I was stealth. I wasn't going to pull anything. Does anybody else get a little bit like somebody cut you in line at the grocery store type of feeling when you get life gripped, even when it's a good idea? Because I kind of do.
Watch your feet.
Evoker kick CD? I think it's 30 seconds. Yeah, it's like a typical ranged CD.
Shockwave.
A pretty big pull we got here. What we got here is a lot of damage going out. I don't know if releasing was the move for that guy there. The 40 seconds. Ring around the rosy. Yeah, I don't think that everybody is going to be taking their interrupt even though they have one. Like, I remember when I had found out that Priest was the only spec without an interrupt, I was like, oh my god, that's horrible. But it's really not as bad. Because, like, I'm not taking Skull Bash on my Druid.
The menagerie is for...
Taking, what's it called? Alright, I need to pay attention for a moment here. It's mainly because of the need for 2 globals, like, to get a kickoff. That's pretty rough.
Countermeasures deployed.
It doesn't feel worth it. I don't see very many people taking Skull Bash on Druid.
Deterrent activated.
I wouldn't mind having Innervate, though. I decided to forgo Innervate. Oh, we got a dead guy.
3, 2, 1.
I hate when we got dead guys.
Exterminated.
Oh, come on, guys. Don't stand in the doo-doo. Can't res you. Having people dead for the evoke phase is such a bummer.
Overload in progress.
Now he's like standing in the pure lightning. Fight him. Meow. This is gonna be the saddest push phase for a fortified key of all time.
Countermeasures deployed.
All because we stood in doo-doo. I mean, yeah, I could situationally take it, but it wouldn't be my ideal.
Watch your feet.
Countermeasures deployed.
There's a lot of things on the Druid tree that you would really like to take that you maybe aren't going to be able to. Like, it's funny, you know, everybody, it's lauded as like, oh my gosh, it's got so much utility. Yeah, but you can't actually take like half of it. It's spread all over the tree. Alright, I don't know if this is happening, boys. This warrior just living in the bad right now?
Overload in progress.
Okay.
Prepare for
About to be out of mana here. Wish I could do something about that, but we can aim. Nah, this isn't happening. We just wasted a ton of time.
countermeasures.
Me and the tank aren't gonna do this. Blech.
Exterminated.
Well,
Deterrent protocols.
it all started with the. Oh, we're already done. All right. Well, I mean, the long story short, you can't get hit by the swirlies, right? I don't know. I don't know, man. Get hit by the swirlies, you're gonna have a bad time. It's pretty much the beginning and end of that. The story of that key. The balanced druid spec in the skull bash? Yeah, take that. Make the balanced druid just be the utility machine gun of the group. Alright, we're gonna see if we can get into like a quick one. Trash has way more mechanics, huh? I mean, those guys definitely know what they're talking about. I hesitate to disagree with them. I just wonder if it's just because we're so used to these current mechanics that I think we just kind of forget half of them even exists, but it always feels like that when you start a new dungeon pool though, doesn't it? You just feel like, oh my god, there's like so many of these mechanics on every pull. Like that's how I always feel when we start a new pool of dungeons. And then as you get used to them, It's always the same. Mini bosses can be rough. But yeah, I'd be cautious about saying there's way more trash mechanics. I mean, some of them, that might be true in some. Especially like the new Dragonflight ones. Like Ruby Life Pools, Azure Vault. But like I did Shadow Moon... What is it? Shadow Moon Burial Grounds. Like, not having done that dungeon in years and years and years, and there was hardly any in there, it seemed like. So, I don't know. I'd caution on that one. I do think that, like, so, like, this is a very typical Resto Druid build right now. And these builds that people are using are very greedy toward, like, damage and healing. We might need to scale that back and actually, like, sacrifice a little bit in order for some more CC and utility. I kind of doubt it, but maybe. But yeah, to get Skull Bash, you have to give up some pretty big things. Like, to get Skull Bash, you have to give up some of this defensiveness. Not a huge fan of having to do that. I really like that Druid gets all these defensive improved bark skin and thick hide and matted fur. I like running with those quite a bit. You said that old dungeons don't, and they're half the pool. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. I don't know if I agree that all the new Mythic Plus dungeon pool is going to have that many more mechanics, since half of them are old. But I don't those guys run, the amount of keys those guys have run compared to me is probably like a lot. So they're good people to listen to. Kick stacking in the new dungeons? Not off the top of my head. Medivh's a very like unique boss in a number of ways. I don't think we're gonna end up doing this dungeon, guys. It's getting pretty late. I gotta be at it pretty early tomorrow. Let's just gonna peek at some builds here real quick. I just want to, now that there's a whole bunch of people in the stream, I did this at the very beginning. So I just like threw together a quick tier list before I went live tonight, because people keep going on. Let's pull it up. People keep doing the tier list command, and they're pulling up this like 3-week-old video. That was more geared at like fun than goodness. So this was what I threw together ahead of the balance patch that just came out today. So let's just get rid of this. And this is with pugs in mind, by the way. So this is like a pug-centric tier list, not like your 30 plus competitive keys. Emma, how's it going? Good to see you again. Good morning. How's the weather today? Hope it's still nice. So I was thinking for a pug tier list, this was where I was kind of at the moment. think Holy is like super strong. Because, you know, from a pug perspective, you're going to value healing a little bit more and damage a little bit less. So some of this would change if I was doing like an organized group tier list. But for pugs, I think Holy's super strong still. A lot of damage, like super good at keeping people up, super good at covering up mistakes. Resto Druid is just like solid all around. Doesn't really have any weaknesses. It's not the best at anything, but it's probably second best at almost everything. Holy Paladin is just a super solid utility machine. Very survivable. This is sort of our dark horse here, Preservation. Wow, the sun didn't get here yet, Emma. It was still, well, actually, it was kind of sunny. It was just very cold. Preservation, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Preservation ended up in the S tier at all. It's just, I hesitate to do that because there's just a lot of question marks still about range and single target healing. I think Mistweaver is just kind of a middle of the pack. Their healing and damage both are just sort of, I mean, not as good as the ones ahead of it. That's the thing when you make a tier list, because I get to Mistweaver Monk and I'm like, man, I really like Mistweaver Monk, but what could I put it in front of? Well, nothing. So then that's where it ends up. Disc Priest is the one that I think, if you're making a pug tier list, suffers a lot. Like, I think Disc Priest is pretty strong. It's just, from a pug perspective, Disc is tough because you want to know when that damage is coming out, and pugs are pretty unpredictable. And then this was before the 28% damage buff to Resto Shaman. That might put them like ahead of Mistweaver? I don't know. We have to play it. We have to play it. Just trying to look at a percentage and then throw something at the wall is that's kind of difficult. It's definitely going to be nice though. Yeah, Power Word Life is big for Disc Priest. Absolutely. 100% agree with that. I think that Disc Priest again is like, yeah, it feels pretty good. It's a lot of fun. But it's just like, well, what would you put it in front of? Again, Preservation is the big question mark. But I have a sense that Preservation, because of that like AoE burst, is going to be fairly strong. I want to do a video for this for Monday, but I kind of hesitate to with all these tuning changes coming out. Spending like several hours over the weekend making a video and only to find it my video gets nerfed day one, and then I'm in the F tier of healing YouTubers. Yeah, I don't know why you would do that. That's a great question. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't think in terms of PvP. I don't know. Any arguments from the peanut gallery about this? Like, anything feeling super out of place here to you guys? Apparently Shadow needs another look. We've seen a couple Shadow Priests going bonkers tonight. And last night too. You think Holy's going to get another nerf? Well, they did today. Well, this is This is pre-Shaman buff. So there's a pretty good chance Shaman moves up. I think if I were to... Well, we'd have to play around with it a little bit, see what Shaman experts think about it. But I would guess that Shaman moves to like front of B, bottom of A, depending on how you want to like display it. Worried about HPAL's HPS with 40% thing there. Well, like we were saying earlier, and I can't remember if he's still in here. He may have bowed out for the night, but Boundless Boredom showed us some math that the 40% wasn't really as big of a deal as maybe it's being made out to be. From a fun standpoint, absolutely. Chris, they are lacking. I mean, I had somebody on a video comment like Acid Rain is better than Vesper Totem, and I just like I can't get down with that. Acid Rain feels like a dumpster spell. Like, it's got this super long cast time. It just sits there. It's totally passive. Like, yeah, so they did tune up the damage today to the tune, I think somebody said 28%. That's sizable. It's still boring. it's still boring, and yeah, it takes a long time to get out. The talent trees are nice. They've got a lot of options. Like, the Shaman talent tree went back in beta when I was playing Shaman a little bit. Felt like one of the only trees that wasn't just very obvious to fill in. Like, there was a lot of questions about like how you wanted to build your Shaman. Acid, yeah, but like you can't compare Acid Rain to Vesper Totem. M plus Pugs, yes, Michael. And also it already needs to be updated. It's already out of date. I made it 3 hours ago. But I don't think it's that out of date. Like, all right, we're gonna be going offline here in a second, but let's throw together a new one. It's not gonna be that different. It's gonna be mostly on the bottom end and the mid end, I think. All right, here we go. We're doing it live. Let's get this in presentation mode. It's blinding me. All right. Let's say, for fun's sake, okay, so if the biggest problem with Shaman is that their damage tuning sucks, but they got a almost 30% DPS buff, maybe this? And then if we think that the disc, even though it's technically the same ordering, I'd have to play it to put it here. And then if the disc changes are truly more geared toward Mythic Plus, which was when atonements aren't out, you're going to do more damage. That's a harder one to like interpret without playing it. So is Monk the worst Mythic Plus healer now? Again? like always? I don't know. We're gonna have to do some investigating here. I don't have any of these. Well, I mean disc I do technically. The disc priest changes aren't actually implemented yet though, I believe, right? So this is all theory. It is kind of interesting that they took that approach, Chris. I agree. I don't know. We're going to have to play around with this. On Prepatch, I can't play Mistweaver Shaman at a very high level because they're not geared that much. So that would be another dip into beta, which should be available tomorrow. So hopefully by Monday. Monday is always my YouTube video day. That we have a clearer picture of this. I don't think this top 4 changes. This is PvE Mythic Plus Pugs specifically. Very specific. Love some. Yeah, PvE Mythic Plus Pug healers. Because if you want to do a competitive list, we just find all their damage and we put them in order of damage and we're done. Right? Yeah. So over the weekend, we're definitely going to mess around with this and see if it changes anything. I have a hard time prying any of these top 4 out of their spots for the moment. It'd be interesting if that disc change really like shakes things up, but even after some nerfs, I feel like Holy's quite a powerhouse. Hey, you too, Koshua. Appreciate it, man. Much love. Alright, you guys, it's officially tomorrow. The dog is pawing at my leg, and all these things point to the fact that the stream should be over. So, appreciate all you guys, all the support, all the chat, all the likes, all the subs, all the memberships, and all that fun stuff. We'll be back on Saturday to put some of this theory into practice on the beta and see how that goes for us. Until then, I hope you guys have good night, good morning, wherever you're at, and I'll